Revenge is best served cold, and Catherine Walter has spent 18 years perfecting the recipe. As Catherine walked inside the ballroom, she turned swiftly and locked eyes with him. Sullivan Jake, the billionaire investor who stripped her father of his empire, leading to his downfall and death. She was going for the kill when she got ambushed by her colleague and best friend, Kelvin. "Hey, Kathy," he greeted her with a broad grin. As they chit-chatted and laughed over the company's dinner, Catherine suddenly observed that they were being watched. She took it as a cue to excuse herself from Kelvin. "I would like to go have a word with Mr. Sullivan." Catherine elegantly swayed her hips toward Sullivan. She could feel the tension rising, her heart beating so loudly that it might explode. The walk to Sullivan's table suddenly felt like a journey of 1,000 miles. His black tuxedo emphasized his quiet, dominant aura. Silver gray at his temple, his jawline sharp, carved by age and ruthlessness. He was more mature now, fiercely dangerous, and dashing and compelling. The man who threw her family under the bus was the same man who quickened her pulse. Catherine's hatred and desire battled within her. With a fake smile, she finally arrived in front of Sullivan. "I see I've gotten myself an admirer." She winked at him, stretching forth her hand. "Catherine Walter." "Sullivan Jake," he chuckled. His eyes darkened as he enclosed her hand in his. She felt a sudden vibration. Her pulse raced. His palm was firm and warm, yet soft. She imagined the feel of those palms caressing her skin. Her body betrayed her. He lowered his head and planted a kiss on the back of her hand. She gasped, flushed, but quickly composed herself and smiled sheepishly at him. He gestured to a seat, commanding her to sit. She hesitated, just enough to show she wasn't easily controlled. But the moment she slid into the seat, he made an unusual request. He offered Catherine a lifetime partnership in his company. She froze. This was the kind of deal people dream of. And he had just offered it to her on a platter of gold. It was too good to be true. There had to be more to it, she thought. "Sullivan, but you already gave out the contract," she said, pointing at her company's boss. A smirk curved his lips. "That was before I met you. I changed my mind." His words were filled with intrigue, carrying a double meaning, both business and pleasure. Against her better judgment, she accepted the deal. But as she shook his hand, a slow, knowing, mischievous smile curled across his lips. The next day her phone buzzed. A notification popped up. It was an invitation from Sullivan for a business dinner at 7 p.m. Catherine knew she should have turned it down the moment it came. Yet impulsively she found herself walking right into the lion's den, knowing full well it was impossible to come out unscarred. The lounge was upscale, dimly lit, and exuded exquisite taste. Seated in a secluded corner was Sullivan, wearing a tailored suit. He was browsing the menu when he lifted his face and saw her. His Adam's apple bobbed. She looked breathtaking, like a water goddess in that bodycon dress. He rose as she approached, his gaze raking over her with alarming intensity. She walked toward him with a sly smile. "Hey, you finally came," he said, a hint of excitement in his voice. Catherine shrugged. "It's simple courtesy for me to show up. After all, it's just a harmless business dinner." His lips quirked. "What gave you that impression?" She arched a brow. He smiled and pulled out her chair. Their conversation was formal, hovering around the contract and its details. But beneath the surface, something electric crackled between them. Every word was laced with desire, every glance a dare. When the waiter poured wine, Sullivan leaned in, brushing her finger as he handed her the glass. It was a flirtatious touch, enough to make her heart quicken. The air between them thickened as the night stretched on. Stolen glances, lingering looks, the way his eyes darkened with desire each time she met his gaze. It all left her on edge. "I love your eyes," he said softly. "They glitter each time you look at me. It tells me you find me attractive." Catherine blushed. He rose slowly, walked around, and leaned close to her. He didn't touch her, but his nearness alone was torture. Her pulse thudded. She shifted uneasily in her seat. "Tell me no, and I'll walk away," he whispered, his voice low and husky. "But if you want me—" His words hung in the air, a challenge, a temptation. Catherine's breath came shallow. The tension broke. She tilted her chin, meeting his eyes, and surrendered. Sullivan's lips crashed over hers, his hand sliding to the back of her neck, fingers playing with her hair. It was a hot, demanding kiss. Then suddenly, she yanked away, wiping her lips. Her eyes widened in horror. She turned and fled without looking back. Sullivan stood there, confused, searching for answers. Then, like lightning, realization struck, and he ran, chasing after her.